What's up YouTube, this is Fate, bringing you another deck profile, and today I'm going to be showing you a deck of what I like to dub Blue Eyes of Demise. Now in a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! History, my friend Cole came up with this very awesome deck for the time in regards to high level normal monsters and Demise King of Armageddon. Now many other people at the time were doing this around an insect variant. He decided to go a different path with it and more go towards a Blue Eyes slash Chaos variant of the deck. And I figured next set is coming up very soon. Blue Eyes is going to become very popular. So before we take a step forward with the evolution of Blue Eyes, let's take a step back and revisit some of the history of the game and why I've just liked Blue Eyes in the time that's continuously growing up in our eyes. So with that, I'm bringing you pretty much a throwback deck profile match to get all the cards needed for this. And this build is surprisingly still very fun to this day for rogue slash fun variances, as well as a few current updates that Blue Eyes currently has before the new set comes up. So without further ado, let's get to the deck profile. And to start things off with the Blue Eyes of the Demise deck, you of course need the 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon. Level 8 normal monster, advanced ritual art is quickly becoming a thing again. And it's just that normal monster that, it's like Evil Swarm Ophion to an extent. That it's extremely hard to power creep a 3000 attack normal monster. As long as you find good ways to get them out pretty quickly, or utilize them like Substitute Support will very well do, this monster is still something that you do not want to mess with that often. And for one of the unique twists of the deck, I also run triple Alexandrite Dragon, triple Mystery Shell Dragon, and 1 Rescue Rabbit. Now, the reason why for this choice of monsters, triple Alexandrite Dragon and Mystery Shell Dragons, is dark attributes and light attributes respectively to load up the graveyard for an advanced ritual art play, as well as fueling Blacklisted Soldier Envoy of the beginning later. And of course, the Rescue Rabbit plays to spit out some of your quicker Exceeds plays. I wish there was Dragon type dark attribute monster out there that had the stats just like Alexandrite Dragon does, but Mystery Shell Dragon definitely still gets the job done at this regards. And the way the game is today, even for just for fun play, I did not want to put out Pork Mori Dragons in this build, so Mystery Shell Dragon definitely keeps the fight going. For the next batch of monsters, I also run triple Maiden with Eyes of Blue. Very quick and good engine for getting out your Blue Eyes plays. As well as 2 the White Stone of Legends to make it easier to search out your Blue Eyes from the deck to the hand. And then for more of the defensive side of things, slash boss monster type things, I run double Swordsman of Revealing Light. Very nice kind of hand trap for your opponent's direct attacks, especially if a monster comes at you with 2400 or less. This can quick special summon itself, pop the monster, and leave yourself a level 8 monster on board for the plays later. And to round out the non-ritual level 8 boss monsters, we also run 1 Blacklisted Soldier Envoy of the game. And I believe there are, even with the very few dark targets in the build, you don't really need that much to make a Blackluster Soldier live for a build like this, so it's still a very good piece to the strategy. And then for the ritual engine, we run triple Manju of 10,000 hands, kind of have to in the ritual deck these days. And then last but not least, triplets of the other boss monster of the build, Demise King of Armageddon. This monster, especially with its current ability to pay 2,000 to nuke your opponent, it's still one of those very, very relevant strategies that despite his lower than average attack power with monsters with those types of abilities, Demise could definitely grab control back into your favor. And there's a reason why Advanced Ritual Art originally got cut down to 1 way back when, and there's a very big reason why Demise has fueled so many of those old OTKs. That is it for the monsters. On to the spells. I decided to run 2 Advanced Ritual Art and 1 End of the World. End of the World is obviously the ritual spell for Demise King of Armageddon. And the reason why I decided to run 1 and 2 instead of just 3 Advanced Ritual Arts is there in early minor testings with this build, I found that running 3 Advanced Ritual Arts ended up becoming cloggy for the bad reasons. Mainly because you do, even with plenty of normal monsters in your deck, you do tend to run out of them pretty quickly with some of your combos. And sometimes you just want to have to utilize the material off your hand while you can with End of the World, so the ratio is pretty good in my eyes as far as that goes. For the dragon side of things, you still run 2 dragon shrines because being able to pop 1 monster and gain the white stone of legend graveyard, get blue eyes add to your hand is still really relevant. Especially when you're running tons of level 8s and running triplets of trading just like I am right here. And then to round out the dragon specific side of this engine, I also run triple Silver Cry because we do have a total of 6 normal dragon type monsters in this deck, so it's a very good way to bring out some speedy dragons to your OTK plays. And then for the supporter spells, we run double Dark Hole, double Forbidden Lance, and Forbidden Lance kind of plays a dual part in this build, not only just protecting your higher up monsters from certain effects that you don't want them getting hit by, but also triggering the Maiden with Eyes of Blue effect to get that free Blue Eye Special Summon from deck. And speaking of which, we also round out the spells with 1 for 1, which will get you that quick special summon of Maiden with Eyes Blue or White Stone of Legend to help facilitate some synchro plays as well later on. That is it for the main deck. No traps in this early variant, just all offense. So with that, let's get straight on to the extra deck. Still tons of level 4s, so we'll run the standard engine of 1 Anti-Luminescent Knight, 1 Castell, 1 Honor Arc, and a big hand for 1 number 106 Giant Hand for joining the base 7 and kicking out Utopia. Give us a hand. Yeah? Nah. Oh well. 1 Digesto Emerald, 1 Diamond Direwolf, 1 Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, and then 1 a little more specific for this build, 1 Abyss Dweller, because in case you do get your combos running really well with your offensive side of the deck, you really don't want to run into too many problematic graveyard effects that will be less than agreeable for your main strategy. For the rank 8s, I run 1 Harak Heliopolis. And because of the lower dragon count in this deck overall, I decided not to run the Dark Matter engine. So for the other rank 8 engine, I decided to run 1 number 23 Lancelot, 1 number 84 Pain Gainer, and 1 number 77 The Seven Sins. And considering that if you don't run the build that doesn't run too much dragon support to really give the other dragon sets big offensive power, Seven Sins is easily a viable second option for that. Not just for the 4K attack power to blast over most things in this game, but the ability to protect itself, regain some of its Xyz materials other ways. It's a pretty insane monster. And if somehow you feel like this isn't the best route, Lancelot does have his own effects to just get that quick attack off, destroy an opponent's card, then go into Seven Sins and have him that much more protected that way. And then for the low synchro monster count, I decided to keep this version simple with 1 Armades and 2 Azure Eyes Silver Dragons for your recurring Blue Eyes later. And with that, that is my Blue Eyes of Demise deck profile. Hope you enjoyed it, and as always, comment, rate, and subscribe. And until next time.